OH Report returns to Hillsdale Community Stadium, Falcon Field here as the Falcons take on the Waynedale Golden Bears, a 6-0 Hillsdale squad with a chance to get their offense back in rhythm here in front of a home crowd tonight. Make sure to stay with us. Should be a great one in WCAL action, live and free on the OH Report.
Kitchen supply, we're building our future with you.
Contractors and do-it-yourselfers, this is Jeff Flowers from Home and Kitchen Supply, here to remind you that we are your best source for kitchens, baths, windows, doors, floors, and more. Quality products, friendly service, great prices. You owe it to yourself to give us a try. You will be glad you did. That's Home and Kitchen Supply, 163 North Diamond Street, downtown Mansfield. We're building our future with you.
We all need help sometimes dealing with everything life throws at us. As outdoorsmen, spending time in nature, hunting, fishing, and cooking with the buddies we love are great ways to reset and decompress. Man Therapy is a platform designed for men, by men, to help us sort through stress, anxiety, depression, or any other puzzles we're dealing with. Get a rundown of how you excel and where you can improve your mental health by taking Man Therapy's 20-point head inspection. It's free, it's anonymous, and it could be your first step towards becoming a happier, healthier man. Learn more at mantherapy.org.
Take a look at all the action from Friday Night Football right here in North Central Ohio with great analysis, highlights, coach interviews, and so much more every single Friday night right here on the OH Report.
Let's go. Friday night lights. Get hype, it's Friday night. Friday night lights. Get hype, here we go now. Friday night lights. Get hype, it's Friday night lights. Get hype, here we go now.
Happy Halloween!
by Brew'd Coffee and Donut Shop. My name is Jonathan Langdon with you from Hillsdale Community Stadium, live and free on YouTube tonight on the OH Report. Let's go ahead and break down these two teams. It's the Battle of the Dales in the WCAL, and we'll start with the visiting Waynedale Golden Bears. This is a team that we don't know too much about, but we do know they are 1-5 on the year, headed up by their first-year head coach, Jesse Cantor. They started their WCAL season off to a pretty good start. They beat Rittman. Since then, they've lost their last two games to Smithville and Norwayne. Last week, it got a little bit out of hand against the Bobcats, one of the top teams in the conference. And just for a team with a first-year head coach trying to rebuild, just a tough matchup for them, and maybe even could be another one here today as they take on a really tough Hillsdale team. Player spotlight for them, somebody that has had his name mentioned a lot this season for Waynedale, Colton Miller, a senior. He's kind of a do-it-all guy. You'll see him on defense. You'll see him on offense, obviously, as a wide receiver. He'll return all of the kicks for this team as well, so just expect to hear his name a lot tonight when it comes to the Waynedale Golden Bears. And quickly, we move to the Hillsdale Falcons after a big win last week where their offense kind of stagnated, just 14 points for them compared to their usual high-scoring offense that averages just over 37 points a game. Trevor Klein has his team in the right direction, and this could be a chance for that offense to kind of bounce back and show what they had been doing the previous 5 weeks before. And one key player for that to happen with Hillsdale is going to be obviously Kael Lewis, the quarterback, but we're going to go with Owen Sloan, the running back, who had a really big impact on their win against Dalton that many saw as an upset in Week 5. As you see his season numbers there, 92 carries, 582 yards, and 11 touchdowns. I don't know what 92 divided by 11 is, but that's a pretty good percentage for how many times you're getting in the red zone. You see the quote right there? That's from Coach Klein when he talked with us on the OH Report podcast. Owen Sloan has just been that kind of guy where he's been a varsity player since day one, and there's a good reason for that, and you'll see that tonight as he gets the ball handed off to him numerous times for this team. Keys to the game, let's go back to Waynedale. This is a team that is going to need to have everything go right for them to take down such a strong Hillsdale squad. You want to win the first drive. That's always huge, just to kind of get that momentum builder at the very beginning. And then also something that you're going to see with how Waynedale plays, looking at a little bit of the film, they love to play the wing tee. That's a part of their offense. And they also love to confuse the D-line. Their quarterback, just a freshman, he is going to be very deceptive handing off the football. There may be some plays where we don't know who has the ball until ultimately the officials blow the whistle and someone is taken down. So that's going to be a strength for Waynedale if they can kind of confuse that defensive line, get into the second level of Hillsdale's defense. And speaking of Hillsdale, their key to victory is really just to keep doing what you're doing. Outside of last week where you didn't have too much offense, you want to test the secondary. I'm going to predict it right now. Hillsdale in the first drive, I think they take a shot in their first set of downs. So we'll see if that ends up coming true. Force freshman mistakes, very easy for a team like Waynedale to kind of get hit from behind and kind of have some sort of play happen, especially with a freshman quarterback. Maddox Kidd is his name, wearing number 14 for Waynedale. They'll be wearing white tonight. So that's someone that if they can kind of get under his skin and force some mistakes early, it'll kind of just fester from there, and Hillsdale should be able to run away to 7-0. And interestingly enough, at 7-0, there's a very good chance that Hillsdale could clinch the playoffs for their 9th consecutive season. That is already the best in Ashland County, but they want to try and build on that streak, of course. Taking it out to the field here for pregame. You see Hillsdale getting ready to come on out. And as they get ready to come out, I want to thank our sponsors tonight, bringing us here live and free on YouTube. Thank you to 89 Homes and Building Improvement, our scoreboard sponsor, building homes, earning trust since 1979. Thank you to Brew'd Coffee and Donut Shop, our pregame, halftime, and postgame sponsor. You saw them on the screen earlier, offering specialty coffees, donuts, and breakfast food in downtown Hayesville. Also, thank you to Simonson Construction Services Incorporated, our MVP sponsor tonight. From concept to completion, we can help you make a plan refine your vision, and build a path for success. Thank you to Sloan Concrete, our instant replay sponsor, decorative and standard concrete services serving Central and Northern Ohio since 2005. Next to our first down sponsor, Home and Kitchen Supply, your one-stop shop for kitchen and baths, windows and doors since 1970. And also our commercial sponsors, Ohio Suicide Prevention Foundation and Scout Construction Services, LLC. As here come the Hillsdale Falcons making their way to the near sideline. They're cheered on by a near sellout crowd. So a minute and a half to go before we get things kicked off. Hillsdale 6-0, 3-0 in the WCAL. And speaking of the WCAL, why not take a look at the standings as we're going to pop them up here on your screen. Hillsdale firmly in first place, highlighted green, the only one in the conference right now. But also with them is Norway, and that's going to be a matchup that happens week 10 right here at Hillsdale Memorial Stadium. So that's going to be interesting. That last week, Dalton, of course, lost to Hillsdale 4-2, 2-1. They're 2-1 now in the conference. Smithville lost to Hillsdale last week. They sit in fourth place, tied up with Rittman, Chippewa, and Waynedale, who is here tonight to take on the Falcons. And Northwestern, the only 0-3 team in the conference. While we have time, as Waynedale's about to kick off, here are your rankings. According to Joe Idle, for playoffs, Hillsdale firmly in second, just behind Western Reserve, the Blue Devils of Western Reserve, and ahead of Monroeville. And if you're interested in high school football, you know that Lucas is a really good program. Take a screenshot right there. Crestline, a team that has struggled in the past, right now are one spot ahead of Lucas in the standings. I just thought that was really interesting to see there in Division 7, Region 25. Clock runs down, and we're ready to go with the first quarter, as Waynedale will kick off to Hillsdale. And this is A.J. Brown. We'll take the ball and get ready to go. Little squib kick will bounce over the second line and get all the way back to Hayden McFadden, who is hit immediately just shy of the 30-yard line, and that's where the first drive of the season will start for Hillsdale. Hillsdale will trot out their offense, headed up by their sophomore quarterback, Kael Lewis, who already has over 1,000 passing yards. Actually over 1,100 passing yards on just 68 completions. Very impressive stuff from this sophomore that will lead the way in an empty backfield here to start. Lewis, quick throw, passes complete to Holland Young, and some yards after the catch, still up on his feet past midfield, will situate Hillsdale nicely here on their first drive. There's your first replay, brought to you by Sloan Concrete. Home and Kitchen Supply first down on their opposing 48-yard line. Another empty backfield, 5 wide for Kael Lewis. Already under a minute gone here. Throw down the middle again, complete to Holland Young. Nice little gap opens up for Hillsdale to get that into the 36-yard line. Another first down, brought to you by Home and Kitchen Supply. So really slicing and dicing up this defense, Kael Lewis early with his top target this season, Holland Young. That was his 30th catch of the year just a few moments ago. First down and 10, ball on the 36-yard line. Another empty backfield for Kael Lewis. It'll be another quick screen play, this time to Hayden McFadden, who's not going to get the first down, but he's close to the marker. Hayden McFadden makes his 20th catch of the season. After that, coming into today, 329 yards and 3 touchdowns. Officials blow the whistle here as clock is stopped at 10:29. Looks like they wanted Holland Young to cover something up. I'm not sure what was going on there, but we roll. Clock is will get motioned on. Owen Sloan in the backfield on the left hip of Lewis. It's still going to be a pass play. Holland Young already with his 3rd catch earns another first down. Sloan Concrete gives you another replay. 3rd first down of the drive in 4 plays. Drive started all the way back at their own 28. That last play was at the opposing 28, and now they're situated at the 12. First down and 10. Another 5 wide. Kael Lewis with a slant play. Finds the open receiver. It's McFadden for 6. The secondary has been tested already for Waynedale, and Hillsdale scores the first points. As the kicker is out there, and he will take this extra point, A.J. Brown. That one is up. And it is through. 7-0 Hillsdale. We'll take a break and be right back, live and free on the OH Report. First drive of the game is a touchdown for Hillsdale. They'll kick off, and the Golden Bears will start their first drive after this return. Past the 20, Waynedale will go, turning the corner and getting taken down just shy of the 30-yard line is number 15, Micah Raber.
Micah Raber on the return.
So we'll see a Home and Kitchen Supply first down. Just where Hillsdale started their last drive, that's where Waynedale will be at the 28-yard line. Taking the snaps for Golden Bears. Here is a handoff. Given up front, first down yardage for the running back Josh Yoder.
Yoder, the ball carrier. Foul on the stop for Hillsdale. First and 10 for the Bears.
So it looks like taking the snaps here will be Matthias Raber. Nomadic's kid for the first drive. Here's a give. This is yet again to the running back who's going to get more yardage and another first down on his second carry.
Yoder, the ball carrier.
Josh Yoder, the senior, putting on a show here, getting into Hillsdale territory.
Sloan in on the tackle.
Waynedale last season went 3-7. All three of their wins were in conference.
First and 10 for the Bears.
And their win so far this year, sitting at 1-5, was also in conference. It was the WCAL opener against Rittman in week 4. They won 35-20. 34-20. Left-handed throw down the field. It's complete. And down inside the 10-yard line, it's Colton Miller. Big plays here for Waynedale. Testing this Falcon defense deep.
Reader's pass complete to Miller. First down for the Bears.
So interestingly enough, we saw Hillsdale go down the field with a 5-play drive. 3 plays later from scrimmage for Waynedale, they're closer to the end zone than Hillsdale was. They're at the 10. As we go under 8 minutes to go in the first quarter. Graber under center. Will give, and the defense gets there that time for Hillsdale.
Yoder, the ball carrier.
Second down on the way. This time with a loss of 2, it'll be at the 12.
Hoffman and Fishbaum in on the tackle for Hillsdale. Off on the play. He's up. Second down and 12.
Clock rolls now. Second down and 12. As they're still trying to get the play from their coach. They got 7 seconds to execute it. 3 seconds left, and they're not going to have enough time. Forcing a timeout out of first-year coach Jesse Cantor.
Use a timeout.
So both teams will talk things over. An early timeout with 7:10 to go in the first quarter. It'll be 2nd and 12 when we get resumed. But how about this drive from Waynedale? And 2 12-yard rushes from their back, Josh Yoder, and then a pass down the field from Raber, who is in at quarterback today, all the way to Colton Miller to get them inside in the 10. That was a 39-yard pass connection. Raber under center again for 2nd down and long. Now the unfortunate part, though, you land at the 10-yard line and you have to get all the way to the goal now. Here's a fullback give that will get back to where they originally started this set of downs at the 10-yard line. So 3rd down and long.
Hillsdale, ball carrier. Tackled by Heller.
Raber gets the play. Back to the huddle he goes. 20 seconds on the play clock.
From the 10 for the Bears.
What a start to the game it would be if Waynedale can find the end zone here. Isaiah Miller out wide here for the Golden Bears. Raber rolls out, and the lefty throws, connects with his fullback. Jaden Hochstetler is at the 5-yard line, and you got to wonder what they're going to decide to do here with 4th down and goal
Pass complete to Hillsdale.
looming.
In on the tackle for Hillsdale.
They do have a kicker with a pretty good leg, so that would be pretty much a chip shot for him. But with this Hillsdale team that can score with the best of them, may have to go to the end zone and try to tie it up. Ball is actually placed at the 4. Into the shotgun will go Raber. The senior takes the snap. Looking end zone, goes back corner of the end zone, tipped away. Good defense by Hillsdale. The deflection by Holland Young. How about the game he's had to start? And he forces Waynedale into a turnover on downs. Great drive by the Golden Bears all the way till the end when they can't convert on 4th down. And we're going to see a long drive start at the 4 here for Hillsdale. Kael Lewis trots back out to the field. Another empty set for him. So here's the Hillsdale offense at the 4. Snap, throw, far side. It is complete to Young. That's his 4th reception so far. It goes nowhere. So 2nd down and 10.
Lewis's pass complete to Bauer.
Tackle is made by number 28. That's Josh Yoder, the running back, who had a couple of good rushes on their offensive side, making a good defensive stop.
Gerard with the tackle. 2nd down and 10 for the Falcons.
Still at the 4 here, just on the right hash instead of the left, or vice versa there. Handoff to Sloan, jumps a man, and gets to the 10-yard line.
Sloan the ball carrier.
So it'll be 3rd down and 4. They're back to the right hash.
Sauter on the
Owen
tackle.
Sloan, one of his first rushes today. Last week he had a 2-yard rushing touchdown against Smithville.
3rd down and 4.
One of 2 scores in that game for the Falcons. As here's 3rd down and 4, and they're going to go 5 out again. Lewis drops back. He's got some pressure. He's forced out right. It's complete. Close to the marker. Looks like he has it.
Lewis's pass complete to Young.
Another Sloan Concrete replay. As the chains do get moved, it is a home and kitchen supply. 1st down.
Tackle by Miller. 1st and 10 for the Falcons.
.4:10 on the clock. Here with 1st and 10 on the 15. Looking for a bubble pass. Lewis opts not to take it, and he'll just lose a few yards running out of bounds. Looked like he wanted to try and see if anything else down the field developed. Didn't see anything and just ate the loss. Waynedale Rush doing a good job getting there, forcing Kael out of the pocket. But the thing with Kael is that he's willing to get out of the pocket. He's made a bunch of throws on the run, throws across his body. He's done so good with that. Just 2 interceptions on the season through 6 weeks. Actually threw one of them last week against Smithville. Waynedale rushes 5. It's a throw deep downfield that will go out of bounds, intended for Holland Young.
Pass incomplete. Intended for
So
Young.
run everybody back to the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd down and 12. Kael gets a play call, gets back to the huddle. Clock at 3:21, 3rd and 12 on their own 13. A lot of field to work with, but he also got a lot of yards to make up. The line to gain is the 25. It is going to be a slip screen. Here's McFadden trying to get to the marker. He will be left short. Looks like it'll be about 4th and 2
Lewis's pass.
as the tackle's made. Good job by Waynedale getting in there and keeping him short. And you have to think about this now if you're Waynedale. Or excuse me, Hillsdale. Combination on the tackle there, Jaden Hochstetler. Number 9 got in there.
Brings up a 4th down and 2 for the Falcons.
And Maddox Kidd was the other tackler. Punt team's on for Hillsdale. Back to return is Raber. High punt will bounce just ahead of the 45, and Hillsdale will pick this up, let it keep rolling. Next drive for Waynedale will start at the 31. So Waynedale, their first drive was pretty good for the first 3 plays, and then the next 4, they were locked up. They got all the way to Hillsdale's 10, and they were only get as far forward as the 5, as their 4th and goal attempt in the end zone was batted away by Holland Young. See if they can build something here. The run game did pretty good the first 2 plays of the drive. We'll see if they go back to it. And that they will. Another big-time rush. Josh Yoder having a game to start here in the first quarter.
Yoder, the ball carrier.
Yoder breaks out to the right. Great blocks by the offensive line.
Forced out of bounds by Bauer.
Shout out to the big boys up front. Cade Herman on the left tackle wears number 77. Number 72, Branson Zurcher. Number 79, the center, Gatlin Herman. Number 56, Ian Sarver. And number 73, Brandon Walters. Those are your starting O-linemen for the Waynedale Golden Bears as they'll set up here in enemy territory after just one play. First down and 10 on the 46 of Hillsdale. Raber gives to the fullback, and just a couple yards forward, Hochstetler will go.
Hochstetler, the ball carrier.
Moving to the 43.
For Hillsdale.
Under 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. So each team has had 2 drives now as Waynedale's on their second. Play call again by Raber as he brings it to the O-linemen and the rest of the receivers, their skill players. Not very often that you see a team in high school have a fullback, but Hochstetler is exactly that, as here is a play-action play and getting a few yards out of it. Looking downfield, didn't see anything, so he tucked it and run, Raber. Tucked it and ran. As we'll have now third down on the 41, so 3rd and 7. Third down and 5.
Sets up a third down and 5 for the Bears.
Waynedale slowly trucking their way to the ball. Again, 3rd and 5. We are under a minute to go here in the first quarter. Man in motion far side. That's Dawson. Raber gives. And stuffed this time before the marker was Yoder. Before that, all of his rushes had been 10-plus yards. But that time, it'll be held to just 2, 4th and 3 on the 39.
Gain of 2, fourth down and 3.
A lot of time ticking as it looks like Waynedale will take this all the way to the end of the first quarter. And they'll be content with just a 1-score lead for Hillsdale. Golden Bears hanging in there here at Hillsdale Memorial Stadium. 7-0 at the end of the first quarter. We'll be back live and free on the OH Report.
Home and kitchen supply. We're building our future with you.
Contractors and do-it-yourselfers, this is Jeff Flowers from Home and Kitchen Supply, here to remind you that we are your best source for kitchens, baths, windows, doors, floors, and more. Quality products, friendly service, great prices. You owe it to yourself to give us a try. You will be glad you did. That's Home and Kitchen Supply, 163 North Diamond Street, downtown Mansfield. We're building our future with you.
Fourth down and 3 for the Bears.
And we're back here.
Going for it.
4th down in the second quarter. 4th down, this one thrown down the field. Big play there over by the defense. And Hillsdale will turn over Waynedale on downs. Second time they've done so here today. We'll see a Home and Kitchen Supply first down for Hillsdale.
Break up for Hillsdale.
Into the second quarter we go. Jonathan Langdon with you live and free on the OH Report. Jacob Gessner, my camera guy, he's upstairs today. Put him on top of the press box for you. Great view of the field from up there. Also a fantastic view from the press box from this brand new facility at Hillsdale High School. Spectacular. Sloan's going to take the handoff here to start this drive, and he'll push forward close to the 43-yard line.
On the tackle. Gain of 3, second down and 7.
Actually have him at the 42, second down and 7. Kael Lewis will give again here to Sloan. Similar looking play. This time up to the 45, third down on the way. Looking across the OH report at some other scores as we get close to this third down. Looks like Amanda Clear Creek is up 6-0 on Lucas. Big Walnut up 7-0 on Worthington Kilbourne. Northmore 7-0 over East Knox. And Ontario tied up 7-7 with Pleasant. Here's third down and 4 from Hillsdale's own 45. It'll be a quick bubble pass. Here's the first completion of the night for Brock Bauer, and that will be good enough for a first down. Brock Bauer, after that catch, makes it his 12th of the season. He's got over 200 yards receiving. He has 3 touchdowns, but all 3 of them came in week 1, so in that category, hasn't found himself in painted grass for some time. Maybe can change that up here tonight. As there is a flag on the field as that ball was snapped. Usually means it's a false start. We'll see what they say. And that's what it will be. So move them 5 yards back. Clock stops right at 10 minutes. We've seen 2 drives each from both sides. Hillsdale scored pretty easily on their first drive. Just 5 plays it took them to get down the field and score. And then we saw a promising drive from Waynedale end in a turnover on downs at the 5 of Hillsdale. And Hillsdale went 3 and out. On their second drive, we were forced to punt. And then another turnover on downs by the Golden Bears has us here with Hillsdale's third drive, as here's a ball out to Jake Haven in space. Haven stiff arms a man and is ultimately taken out of bounds close to the first down marker. Jake Haven's first catch of the night. Had a 33-yard touchdown catch against Smithville last week.
Second down and 3 for the Falcons.
After that play, it is second down and 3 at the 43-yard line of Waynedale. Kael Lewis with Sloan behind him. Kael Lewis airs one out deep. Caught. Great job to keep the foot in as well. Hayden McFadden. You're going to look at his foot here. Got blocked out a little bit, but I think you could see it just underneath the scoreboard. Hayden McFadden, an athletic catch. And plays like that are why Hillsdale is 6-0, looking to go 7-0 tonight.
Ball spotted at the 18, first and 10 for the Falcons.
One of 2 undefeated teams in the area in Ashland County, Hillsdale and Ashland. A lot of people refer to Ashland as the air raid arrows, but you could say the same for Hillsdale. They love to throw the football. They also love to run the football. Here is Owen Sloan paving his way inside the 10, and he'll be down at the 7 for first down and goal. Owen Sloan, when I watched back the Dalton game, I counted 3 touchdowns for him against the Bulldogs right here on this field in the biggest game of the season thus far for Hillsdale. He's been huge in so many areas. Not even just running the ball, but he's caught a couple. He's taken them a long ways. Lewis looks into the end zone. That ball was almost intercepted.
Pass is deflected.
Josh Yoder got in there and was really close to potentially taking that back if he hauled it in.
Brings up a second and goal for the Falcons.
Sloan to the left of Lewis on second down and goal at the 8. It's a give. Sloan runs straight to the right side, shifts in, and is in the end zone. Touchdown, Hillsdale.
Sloan with the TD run.
It was a delayed give by Kael Lewis, but he ultimately did hand the ball off to Owen Sloan, and he did the rest. 13-0 for Hillsdale here at home, and this extra point would match their total from last week. Extra point from A.J. Brown is through. 14-0 Hillsdale up at home here on the OH Report. Hillsdale scores a touchdown and an 8-yard rush by Owen Sloan, and they kick off to Waynedale as we continue here in the second quarter. Bobbled catch on the return, shifting to the outside, still has not been touched yet, past the 35-yard line. Solid return.
Micah Raber with return.
As that one there was returned by Micah Raber.
Knoxius and Borman in on the tackle.
As we see first down for Waynedale. This is their third drive of the night. Into the shotgun. Golden Bears will go with their quarterback tonight, Matthias Raber. He gives Yoder through the middle. Another great run by Yoder will win a first down. That is his fourth rush for a first down of 10 yards plus. This Hillsdale defensive line being tested early. Good job here by Waynedale, putting together solid drives. They just haven't been able to finish them off in the end zone. As in just one play, they are already on the opposite side of the field. Seven and a half to go in the second. Raber drops back to pass. The lefty looks, throws deep. Two players in the area. Ball is tipped up in the air, and it's incomplete. It looks like the receiver was out of bounds when he touched the ball. You'll see this down the field. Pass intended there for Colton Miller. That was our player spotlight tonight for this Waynedale offense, defense, and special teams. Told you he was going to return some kicks. He hasn't returned any yet today. It's been all Raber. Both Rabers, in fact. Micah returning kicks and Matthias returning punts. There's another give. This is Yoder. No, it's not Yoder. This is Ethan Garrett Garrett into the 20, the 10, and he's going to dive in. Official checking. No signal yet. Touchdown. How about that from Waynedale? They just don't give up. You're going to see on this touchdown play the very end to see if he gets in. It's close, but it looks like he's in, and Waynedale, they cut their deficit in half. Well, not yet. We'll see if Neil Brewer can nail the extra point. But the first rush of the game for Ethan Garrett is a touchdown. Extra point by Brewer is nailed through the uprights. Got two pretty good kickers here in this one. Taking another break. We'll be back with Hillsdale's next drive, live and free on the OH Report. After the touchdown run for Waynedale by Ethan Garrett, Golden Bears will kick off to Hillsdale for the Falcons, what will be their fourth drive of the night. Halfway through the second quarter, it's a short kick fielded by Holland Young. He did signal for a fair catch. He started running, but they do call him for his fair catch. First down as the Falcon offense will make their way back out on the field. They'll start on the far right hash. Officials still debating where this ball is going to get placed. That last drive, a pretty good one by Hillsdale that ended in an 8-yard run by Owen Sloan, who got his first touchdown of the night, his second in 2 weeks. And there's a flag thrown. The officials must have been convening about a rule that they weren't sure about, but now as they all convene and decide,
Penalty marker on this play.
I'm curious to see what this will be called. It looks like it's going to be a fair catch. I think what they're calling them, it must be that Holland Young called for a fair catch and then started running. Nonetheless, whatever the foul was, it does move Hillsdale back 5 yards. They'll start this drive at the 34 now.
First and 10 for the Falcons.
7 minutes here for Hillsdale. So it'll be a quick screen pass for Holland Young, who picked up the violation earlier. And now we'll shove forward close to the first down marker. It'll still be short, but second and short after that play. Second down, and scoreboard says 2 at the 42. Lewis takes a snap. Second and long, rush gets to him, runs to the left. He might have some space to run. He will take it, cuts back to the middle of the field, takes a big hit as he goes down. That run is enough for a Home and Kitchen Supply first down.
First down for the Falcons.
Good rush by Kael Lewis. all the way from their own 42 to what is now being marked at the 48-yard line. So a gain of 10 on the rush.
Spotted down at the 48 for the Falcons.
Clock ticks down. It will be under 6 minutes once this play gets going. Quick screen pass. This one complete. Second one of the night for Bauer, who looks like will get a gain of 5.
Lewis's pass complete to Bauer.
Another Sloan Concrete replay.
Yoder on the tackle.
Tackle made by Yoder.
Ball down to the 44.
Kael makes his way back out to the huddle again.
Second down and 6 for the Falcons.
Second and 6 at the 44-yard line. 5.5 to go in the second quarter. 4 receivers for Hillsdale, 2 on each side. Sloan behind Kael Lewis. Snap, slant play, and a drop there by McFadden. As he might have had some yards after the catch after that. Maybe thought about it too much before hauling it in. That'll bring up third down and 6.
Incompletion makes it third down and 6 for the Falcons.
McFadden's already ready for the play. Everybody else now just making their way to the line. McFadden near side with Haven. As here's a give, Sloan takes a long angle to try to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's a good stop by Waynedale here on third down, but go for it territory certainly if you're Hillsdale.
Rod with the tackle.
Under 5 minutes left, clock will continue to roll,
Ball spotted down.
as will the play clock, now at 20 for Kael Lewis and the Hillsdale offense. They've got 3 yards to make up here on fourth down. It's placed at the 41-yard line of Waynedale. Motion by Haven. This is an interesting setup. And now a timeout called by Coach Klein. So they'll talk this last play over here on fourth down. There's 4:28 to go here in the first half. Hillsdale up 14-7. If you're just joining us, let's go ahead and recap those scores. First drive of the game, Hillsdale scored on a 12-yard touchdown pass to Hayden McFadden. Then Waynedale, a couple of drives went by, both of them ending via turnover on downs. Hillsdale was able to score later on here in the second quarter with Owen Sloan. He scored an 8-yard rushing touchdown, and then the very next drive from Waynedale, they were able to strike with a long rushing touchdown to Ethan Garrett, who is listed on their roster as a wide receiver. So good rushing play from him. Splits the deficit in half, but Hillsdale threatening here on fourth down and 3. Can the Golden Bears get a stop on the Falcons? Lewis immediately rolls right after catching the snap. Throw on the run in a big crowd and not able to haul it in. Luke Haven was the intended target. Turnover on downs, first one of the night for Hillsdale. And Waynedale will have a home and kitchen supply first down with some favorable field position. But really all of their drives so far tonight have had pretty good starting points. This time they'll be at the 41. And they'll have 4:22 on the clock to try and score and potentially tie this game up. (14-7) Falcons. Man in motion is Miller. Raber, snap. Handoff, and met immediately as he grabs the ball is Josh Yoder, who had some great rushes to start the half, but has been kind of contained since. They had to go to Garrett to get the touchdown on their last drive as the clock will now tick under 4 minutes. Both teams have 2 timeouts remaining. Waynedale used one early in the first quarter, and then we just saw Hillsdale use theirs before their 4th down attempt. That was unsuccessful. Here is Matthias Raber under center again. It'll be a toss to Yoder. They'll try the outside, get away from the D-line, but the D-line chases him and stuffs him right back at the line of scrimmage. Good tackle made out there by Brady Kirchbaum. Here is 3rd down and 10. Not much progress made here on this drive. In fact, none at all. We're still at the 41. This time they're on the far hash. Under 3 minutes. They put Dawson in motion. Snap, throw, ball is up in the air, it's intercepted. Play is made by Brock Bauer, and he takes it a couple extra yards as he gets taken out of bounds just past the 40-yard line, and a big play for this defense of Hillsdale that had given up a touchdown on Waynedale's last drive. That time they get a turnover.
1st and 10 for the Falcons.
Now, one thing Hillsdale is known for is quick responses. Can they get one here? Bauer in motion. Lewis looking for McFadden. He's in double coverage, so he's just going to have to tuck this and save some time. He throws in the direction of McFadden, who ran back to the ball wisely, just couldn't make the completion. So good job by Lewis to keep the play alive and give his receivers a chance. Just nothing there. 2.5 minutes to go, 2:35. As we close down towards the end of the first half, Kael Lewis will get another play. Clock is stopped here after the incompletion. It's 2nd down and 10 on the 38-yard line. Hillsdale up 14-7 on Waynedale. Four receivers for the Falcons. Lewis drops back to pass, steps up into the pocket, throws down the field. McFadden hit the deck. Looks like he just slipped there. No flag is thrown. Get another look at this thanks to Sloan Concrete. Yeah, just kind of stumbled. So it'll make it 3rd down and 8. Pardon me, 3rd down and 10. Still no progress on this drive. Back-to-back incompletions. Lewis sends Sloan to the left. It's going to be a quick throw, but it will be to McFadden. Down the middle of the field, he shoves off one and outpaces the rest. Touchdown, Hayden McFadden is 2nd of the game. Look at this deception. They look like they're going to throw to Sloan. They go underneath instead to McFadden. Someone got him on the shoulder, but he just kept on churning those legs. And thanks to Sloan Concrete, there's your 2nd look. As A.J. Brown will look to knock down this extra point. Lead is back to 2 possessions. Good snap, good hold, and the 5'9" junior sticks it through. Hillsdale 21, Waynedale 7.
Home and kitchen supply. We're building our future with you.
Contractors and do-it-yourselfers, this is Jeff Flowers from Home and Kitchen Supply, here to remind you that we are your best source for kitchens, baths, windows, doors, floors, and more. Quality products, friendly service, great prices. You owe it to yourself to give us a try. You will be glad you did. That's Home and Kitchen Supply, 163 North Diamond Street, downtown Mansfield. We're building our future with you.
Hillsdale kicks off back to the Golden Bears. It'll take one bounce and land right in front of Raber here, who will return it back to the 25-yard line. So Home and Kitchen Supply, first down for the Waynedale Golden Bears. On the road here, have stood pretty solid offensively outside of that last drive where they threw an interception and couldn't gain any yards on 3 downs. But all of those other drives we've seen, they've been able to push it down the field. They even got a touchdown on one of them. They got as close as to the 5 on their first drive of the game. And it's all been with this guy at the helm, Matthias Raber. Raber takes the snap, give, and immediately taken down in the backfield. Hillsdale gets the TFL, number 52, Brady Heller. Was able to break through and bring Yoder down to the ground, who has not been able to get much since breaking out 4 10-plus yard carries in the first half earlier.
Loss of 3 on the run. Second down and 13.
Not too much urgency right now from Waynedale. They will go in a shotgun set, and they've got trips near side. Second and 13. It's going to be a quarterback draw. Raber will get a few yards, but not much more. Maybe get back to their original line of scrimmage. So it'll be third down. Clock will, looks like it's been stopped at 1:26. And a timeout's been called by Hillsdale. And now a late flag gets thrown.
Hoffman and Hayden in on the tackle for Hillsdale. Hillsdale will use their second timeout here before halftime.
There's a flag. There was a flag thrown, but now it's getting picked up. So no flag on the play. It's a timeout called by Hillsdale. That's their second of the half. They've got 1 to go. Waynedale still has 2, but it doesn't look like they're trying to make too big of a push here for the end zone. Hillsdale just trying to save some time, see if they can possibly put one more score on the board before we go to the locker rooms.
If my intel is correct, there still is a smokehouse burger down there at the concession stand. Half a pound smoked beef burger.
So we came into this game for Waynedale expecting to see Maddox Kidd, the freshman, start at quarterback as he has all season, but it looks like the Golden Bears have changed things up, having Raber start at quarterback tonight, and their drives have looked fairly good. Not to say that they were bad beforehand. Kidd was playing pretty well despite the 1-5 record, but just trying to change things up as they throw one down the field here on third down, and it's complete down to the 40-yard line. Colton Miller. And you could really argue that the reason that they've made the switch to Raber is that he can throw it down the field and find his receivers, just like he does right there for another first down. So they burn a timeout. They cause Hillsdale to burn a timeout thinking they could get the ball back on a third down and long. They convert the first down, and here's Raber rolling to the right. He's not going to have much. There's a flag in the backfield. And knocked out of bounds at the 40-yard line. That's where the play will stop, and we'll see what this flag's about.
Raber with the key. Heller in on the stop.
So the flag's a hold. It'll take us back to midfield. Repeat first down. It's first down and 20. As now the timeout will be called by Waynedale as they try to strategize through this.
Waynedale will use another timeout here before half. As always, the athletic boosters appreciate the support that we see from our community. Special thanks going out to number 1 booster, Eddie Hoover, number 2, Bill Harris Dealerships.
So first down and 20, only one timeout left from the Falcons. So if Waynedale wants to play conservative here, they'll get the ball back in the second half. If they don't think that they can get anything out of this drive, they could run one play, and as long as it's on the ground and the clock has to roll, they could force Hillsdale and do one final timeout. But then they would have 2 plays to go, and they can take it all the way to the half. But with the lengthy discussion over there on Waynedale's side, I don't think they'll do that. 3 receivers here on first down and 20. And now a flag thrown. Looks like there's going to be a false start.
We got a penalty on the play.
So it is a false start. Here's the look.
There will be a false
The
start
receiver
against Waynedale.
who made the big play earlier, Colton Miller, went early. That moves them back even more. The official initially moved them back another 10 yards, but realized it wasn't a holding call and went back to the 45. All right, first and 25 with 1:09 on the clock.
It will be first and 25 for the Bears.
Coaches are trying to reset the clock here. Should be 1:11. There it goes. First down and forever here for Waynedale. They're going to go with the same set. 2 receivers far side. You've got the star Miller near side as there is another flag as this ball will get thrown down the field, just thrown out of bounds, as I think Raber saw what happened and just decided to throw it out. And another flag added to this has really dragged on this second quarter. And if they do accept the penalty, this would be first and 35.
Penalty will go against Waynedale.
And you got to feel for Waynedale. Hillsdale keeps accepting these penalties.
10-yard penalty makes it first down and 35 for Waynedale.
Haven't had to touch the down marker on my computer in a while. First and 35 for Waynedale. A nightmare scenario. As you thought you could drive down the field, especially after a big catch made at the 40-yard line of Hillsdale. And with all the flags, no play has happened, as here's the first play that's happened, and looks like there aren't going to be any flags.
Go to the ball carrier.
But you make a big play on Hillsdale's 40, and then all of a sudden, 3 flags later, you're taking a snap at the 35 of your own territory. Now, I think Coach Klein is not going to call any timeouts here. He doesn't see a situation where they're going to be able to get the ball back with time on the clock. So it'll continue to roll down. 30 seconds to go. Waynedale will get the ball at the second half. Snap, rolling out to the far side. Raber throws on the run, incomplete pass on their own 45. So interestingly enough, the clock will stop at 18.7. So now with that one timeout to go for Hillsdale, they could stop the clock here at the end of third down. See if that ends up coming back to bite Waynedale. Shotgun formation, Raber. 2 backs to each side. And there will be a run and a timeout immediately called by Coach Klein, who thinks their special teams can get something done here. So 4th down on the way. It is 4th and 34. Can't even think about a fake punt if you're the Golden Bears.
Thomas on the tackle for Hillsdale.
Best thing you could do, well, honestly, it's up to you if you want to punt this inbounds or out of bounds. Either way, Hillsdale's going to get a play offensively.
Hillsdale used the timeout.
14.7 on the clock, 21-7. Hillsdale with a 2-touchdown lead. They think they can add to that here in the final moments of the second quarter. As Raber is back to punt. Deepest man for Hillsdale as they stay in kind of a conservative formation. They're going to send the house here on this punt. Almost get to it. It is going to be kicked and stay inbounds. A kind Waynedale roll will go out close to the 20 with 6.9 on the clock. Home and Kitchen Supply, first down, and we've got what's likely to be the last play of the game coming up for Hillsdale. The rush on the punt almost gets home. But good job by Waynedale, able to get it off. And we'll see what the move is by Coach Klein.
Ball runs out of bounds at the
Ball at the 21.
21 yards.
It's looking like Kael's just going to knee this. He is in the shotgun, just to kind of stay away from everyone. Oh, and a fumbled snap. Waynedale didn't go for it. They thought he was just going to take a knee, which he was going to do, but he dropped the snap. Nonetheless, the knee is taken. Clock runs all the way down to 0, and that's the half. Hillsdale 21, Waynedale 7. We'll be back for the second half, live and free on YouTube on the OH Report.
Home and Kitchen Supply, we're building our future with you.
Contractors and do-it-yourselfers, this is Jeff Flowers from Home and Kitchen Supply, here to remind you that we are your best source for kitchens, baths, windows, doors, floors, and more. Quality products, friendly service, great prices. You owe it to yourself to give us a try. You will be glad you did. That's Home and Kitchen Supply, 163 North Diamond Street, downtown Mansfield. We're building our future with you.
We all need help sometimes dealing with everything life throws at us. As outdoorsmen, spending time in nature, hunting, fishing, and cooking with the buddies we love are great ways to reset and decompress. Man Therapy is a platform designed for men, by men, to help us sort through stress, anxiety, depression, or any other puzzles we're dealing with. Get a rundown of how you excel and where you can improve your mental health by taking Man Therapy's 20-point head inspection. It's free, it's anonymous, and it could be your first step towards becoming a happier, healthier man. Learn more at mantherapy.org.
Take a look at all the action from Friday night football right here in North Central Ohio with great analysis, highlights, coach interviews, and so much more every single Friday night right here on the OH Report.
Let's go. Friday night lights. Get hype, it's Friday night. Friday night lights. Get hype, here we go now. Friday night lights. Get hype, it's Friday night. Friday night lights. Get hype, here we go now.
Happy Halloween!
Next we move on to Bon Jovi's Living on a Prayer. This 1986 hit became an anthem for resilience for millions around the world. We know you learned the words and can't wait to hear you sing along. Last we were closing out with Pitbull's Give Me Everything Tonight. Released in 2011, this song was a global sensation, reaching #1 in several countries. Join us in channeling Mr. Worldwide with this closer. Let's hear it one more time for the Waynedale Band of Gold. We wish you all a wonderful rest of the season. Thank you for supporting our music students.
Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the 2024 Hillsdale Falcon Marching Band. Tonight we're bringing you music from the punk rock world. First up tonight, we bring you a song from one of the most iconic punk bands for the 90s and 2000s. Since this song's release in 2009, it has been used in football stadiums, video games, and TV shows around the world. The first song to top the rock songs, alternative songs, and mainstream rock tracks Billboard charts at the same time. Here is Green Day's Know Your Enemy. sneak peek of our senior show. Written as a way to express the middle ground between childhood and adulthood, enjoy as our seniors go out with a bang. This is AJR's Bang. Our next song has been described as emo, pop punk, alternative rock, and hard rock. Described as My Chemical Romance's Bohemian Rhapsody and named one of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame songs that shaped rock and roll, we'll be featuring Jacob Gardner on bells, Allison Rush on trombone, and Julia Morawski on snare in our rendition of Welcome to the Black Parade. has been the 2024 Hillsdale Falcon Marching Band.
Falcon Field for your Brew'd coffee and donut shop halftime show. Hillsdale with the lead 21-7, live here on YouTube and miraculously, I don't know how, on Facebook here on the OH Report. So if you're watching on Facebook, just know I have no clue how we're live there, but it may go out at any time. So if you want a stable stream, head on over to YouTube. So we are going to get ready with the second half. Clock is sitting at 1:17 as teams get stretched out and get ready here for the second half. Let's break down what was an eventful first half. A lot of good drives despite only having 7 points for Waynedale. They scored on a long rushing touchdown with their wide receiver. It was Ethan Garrett who scored when they were down 14-0 in the second quarter. He put them on the board, those 3 Hillsdale touchdowns. One came on the first drive of the game from Hayden McFadden, who scored on a 12-yard slant route for the first passing touchdown of the day for Kael Lewis, the quarterback. Then in the second quarter, to make it a 14-0 game, there was a touchdown by Owen Sloan, the running back. It was an 8-yard rush. And then the last touchdown of the game up to this point was another McFadden touchdown up the middle on sort of a slip screen play where he was able to break free and score his second receiving touchdown of the night and give Kael Lewis his second passing touchdown of the night. Getting ready for the third quarter of action. Thank you so much for joining us here live and free on the OH Report. My name is Jonathan Langdon. Jacob Gessner running our camera upstairs tonight. A.J. Brown back to kick here for Hillsdale. They'll return. Here Waynedale with both their options, Micah Raber and Colton Miller. Raber's gotten most of the returning for the Golden Bears there in the first half. While Colton Miller, number 12 for the Golden Bears, he's had a lot of the catches and a lot of deep catches for this team tonight. He's got 2 on the night for 30-plus yards as he's going to return this here. Miller breaking through past the 25. So we'll see the first drive of the second half by Waynedale. Home and Kitchen Supply, first down. Go ahead and take a look before this drive starts around the OH Report. My score updates right now have Centerburg up 27-6 on Mount Gilead. Amanda Clear Creek up 14-0 on Lucas. Seneca East taking down Colonel Crawford so far, 14-7 there. 21-0 Big Walnut looking to go 7-0 against Worthington Kilbourne. Northmore looking to go 7-0. They're up 28-0 on East Knox. As here's the first play for Waynedale. It's a screen play for Colton Miller, who will get past the 35-yard line and get close to the first down marker, but still second down on the way. And then, of course, from the OH Report, I see Ontario up 7-7. Well, it's not up. Tied up 7-7 with Pleasant in what could very well be a trap game in the MOAC, with Ontario looking to go 7-0, but Pleasant 4-2. They've been tested by a couple of other opponents, and now they're the ones doing the testing to Ontario elsewhere. So on our broadcasts this week, we have 4 teams looking to go 7-0. Hillsdale taking care of business here at Falcon Field. First down for Waynedale, however, as pushing forward past the 45. Good job on the second effort by the quarterback turned running back, Matthias Raber. So yeah, Hillsdale looking to go 7-0. Looking like they'll do so. Northmore handling business. They'll likely go to 7-0. Big Walnut closer to Columbus. They are 6-0 and looking good. And in Ontario, an update that I just got literally now. Ontario has scored a touchdown. 14-7 the score over Pleasant. Here is first down and 10 at the 46 for the Golden Bears. Bunch of players on that O-line. They're going to hand off to Yoder, and Yoder is stopped in his tracks for about a yard gain. A lot of time here still for Waynedale to get back into this game. It helps them that they are getting the ball first here in the second half. They get a gain of 2 on that play. It's 2nd and 8 on the 48-yard line. Shotgun look here for Raber. Another quick pass. Miller going to try and switch field. Flag is thrown. Good job by Miller to find some open space, but it ultimately just gets him maybe a yard and maybe even -10 based on this flag that's on the field. Flags have plagued this Waynedale team here in the last 2 drives, as there's another one that likely kills this drive. It is still just second down, but that moves you back 10 yards to the 37.5-yard line. Can't have that if you're the Golden Bears, but you're forced to take it here. Yardage now is 2nd and 18. The line to gain is the Hillsdale 44. Snap, handoff. Another give, and this is again Garrett, who scored the touchdown earlier. That time he's held up for a gain of 1, maybe 2. And we got 3rd and long on the way.
Sloan and Lewis on the stop. Gain of 1. 3rd down to the 17 for the Bears.
Offensively, the last 2 weeks in the WCAL, it's been a struggle for the Golden Bears. Just 14 points in week 5, 10 in week 6. In the backfield, this ball is thrown away wisely by Matthias Raber. And as he's going down to the ground, he's able to throw it away. 4th down, and the punt team will come on.
Raber's pass falls incomplete. Lincoln Jones in on the pressure for Hillsdale.
We'll go back to the near hash to punt this away. 4th and 17 on the 39. No funny business here from Waynedale. Close to blocking that punt. It was 51. Brady Critchbaum, as the ball is going to go out of bounds here. And Hillsdale will start their next drive. First drive of the second half. Kael Lewis will corral the Falcons.
Spotted at the 34. 1st and 10 for the Falcons.
8:10 left in the third quarter. Ball placed at the 34-yard line of Hillsdale here for this drive, with Sloan to the right hip of Kael Lewis. The star sophomore already over 1,100 yards this season through 6 weeks. The give here will just be a gain of a few yards, as it was a jet sweep motion for Brock Bauer.
Bauer on the carry. Both Statler and Yoder in on the tackle. Gain 3. 2nd down and 7.
3 receivers here with 2nd down and 7 looming on the 37 of the Falcons. Lewis, this time running back to the left, and he'll give to Sloan. Sloan churns forward and is shy of the 40.
Sloan the ball carrier.
Kind spot will put them at the 40. 3rd down.
Gearing in on the tackle. Gain of 3. 3rd down and 4. Hillsdale.
Wonder if we'll see slow conservative drives, because we've seen some short plays from Hillsdale today. Wonder if that will continue into this third quarter. But there are 4 receivers out right here on 3rd down and 4 on the 40-yard line, and they're all going deep. Lewis looking, hit as he throws. He almost has McFadden for his 3rd touchdown of the night.
Lewis's pass contains
Just a bit too far out of the reach for Hayden.
incomplete. Brings up a 4th down.
Would have been an impressive catch if he was able to haul that in, but the 4th down will bring the punt team on. This will be the 2nd time the Falcons punt tonight. And after McFadden couldn't haul in that catch, he takes the jog of shame all the way back, because he's going to punt this. No contest there with the punt. Good one by McFadden. And it's fair caught, but muffed. Coming down with it and just falling on it was Matthias Raber. So he's able to get back on the ball, and now he'll lead his offense as he gets the play call from coach.
At 27. 1st and 10 for the Bears.
Ball at the 27-yard line here for the 2nd drive of the 3rd. Golden Bears. Great jump off the line, but good blocking by the O-lineman for Hillsdale, or excuse me, for Waynedale. Pass is incomplete near side, 2nd down. After that ball goes through the hands of Colton Miller, who's been fantastic outside of that bobble.
Brings up a 2nd down and 10 for Waynedale.
Eight seconds left on the play clock. They're going to have to go quick. It hurts this Waynedale team because nearly every play they've had to go all the way to the coaches to get the play call. They just get it off in time. The lefty will fling one up the middle. Broken coverage here, and running towards the end zone is Miller. He's got one to beat. He jukes him to the left, and he's ultimately taken down at the 12-yard line. Miscommunication by Hillsdale's secondary leaves Miller with acres of space before getting caught up to. Good job by Trevathan to stay on the play. He ultimately takes him down. Hayden McFadden kind of slowed him down, giving Trevathan a chance to catch up.
1st and 10 for the Bears.
The problem for Waynedale is they've had big plays like that. Just the following 4 don't usually seem to go their way. Here's a toss for Yoder. See if they can break that here. It's a good start.
Yoder, the ball carrier.
Looks like the gain will be just a few here. 2nd down. What a huge play for this Waynedale offense, who, if they ultimately end up getting down to 4th down, they may need to just start taking points.
Brings up a 2nd down and 8.
It's a 2-score game right now. Raber breaks the huddle. He's got Yoder to his left. Snap, looking the right side. Bullet pass is complete inside the 5. Josh Dawson hauls that in.
Pass is complete to Dawson.
And it's not going to be enough for a 1st down. It is 3rd down, and it looks like 1. But you just got to get that yard, and then you've got 4 downs to work with as you get inside the 5. Another shotgun set. Raber, it'll be a keeper. He'll get the 1st down, could potentially get more. No, he's taken down. Looks like around the 2. So Home and Kitchen Supply 1st down. Couple of plays to work with for Waynedale as they try to reach pay dirt for the 2nd time tonight.
4 on the play. 1st and goal for Waynedale.
Clock will continue to roll as we get close to the 4th quarter. Still 4.5 minutes to go. .12 on the play clock here as Raber finally makes his way. I know Raber's still in the huddle. Now the rest of the team will join him. 5 seconds here. 1 second. And they just barely get it off. Rolling to the left. Throwing into the end zone. Ball's tipped and almost caught. Dawson with a good effort to try and stick with the play. Good deflection though by Hillsdale. Thwarts that. 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal for the Bears.
Still on that right hash. They're right at the 1-yard line. I formation. Snap, give, Yoder is in. 2nd touchdown of the night for Waynedale. It's the 2nd rushing touchdown. One in the 2nd quarter by Garrett, and that one by Yoder. Makes this a 1-score game. Neil Brewer, the extra point, almost blocked. It is in. And a touchdown by Josh Yoder will send us to another break after this Sloan Concrete replay. Make sure to stay with us. It's a one-score game, 21-14 Hillsdale, live and free on the OH Report.
Sloan and McFadden back deep for Hillsdale.
Kickoff by Brewer after knocking in the extra point to make it a 7-point game. Hillsdale will take the ball back. It's a squib kick. Takes a couple of skids. Ball is bobbled by McFadden. He's able to get back into the play. Picks it up, and he may have some space. Runs to the near side. Dodges a tackler, and he's going to be knocked out past the 45-yard line. Good response if you're Hillsdale. After giving up the touchdown defensively, you get prime starting field position for your offense. Home and Kitchen Supply first down as Kael Lewis is back out on the field for the Falcons.
Ball spotted 48. First and 10 for the Falcons.
Official spotted at the 48-yard line. Here is first down and 10. .347 to go in this third quarter. Thanks for being with us live and free on the OH Report. My name is Jonathan Langdon. Jacob Gessner running our camera tonight upstairs. Lewis, first play from scrimmage, goes to Holland Young. It deflects up and out of bounds. Just not able to find his receivers right now deep. That one hits off the helmet of Young. One earlier on their last drive. Lewis went deep for McFadden, just missed him long. Once that connection is made, this game could open up, but for now it's close. Waynedale staying in it with their offense, their defense trying to help them out. Sloan on a sweep, and Sloan is down maybe for negative yardage. Big time plays, forcing a 3rd and long, as that is a loss of 1. 3rd and 11, but will be now at the 47. Hillsdale's own 47. See what Coach Klein cooks up here for 3rd down and long. As Sloan was not able to get out of bounds. So the clock continues to roll. We'll get down to 3 minutes by the time this play is over. 5 on the play clock. Snap. Here's Lewis. He wanted to run. Pocket collapsed quickly, and the sack for Waynedale. It's Ian Sarver, the senior. He saw a lane, and it closed up quicker than he could get there. And how about that 3 and out? The return gives prime field position to the Falcons, but they can't do anything with it. And the sack brings them back to the 42-yard line. It's 4th and 16 where McFadden will punt. Good punt protection by Hillsdale. One bounce that will roll to the 15 and stop inside there to the 13-yard line, where Waynedale will try to potentially tie this thing up. How about 1-5 Waynedale, and the Golden Bears looking to make some noise in the conference and really send the area into a frenzy if they can tie this up and potentially take it at the end. 2:08 left in the third. First down and 10. Ball is on their own 12. First rush will get nowhere.
Yoder, the ball carrier.
Ever since those first couple of big runs from Josh Yoder,
Hoffman, push bomb in on the
Hillsdale has focused in on the run game, and they've done a good job containing them. But then the pass game has opened up for this team. Colton Miller has a couple of big receptions. Matthias Raber able to find him on those passes. They've shown Hillsdale probably a completely different look than what they scouted for. Quick throw to screenplay to Miller. Another catch for him as he moves to the 13-yard line, so not much movement here again. Third down.
tackle by Sloan and Hoffman.
Player down, cramping. Weather's been kind to North Central Ohio for the most part. We've had 2 weeks of rain, last week and week 3. But other than those 2 weeks, it's been fairly nice, also still fairly warm. Especially now as we get into October. Temperature right now in Jeromesville, 61 degrees, so definitely not the 70s that we saw in the first couple weeks, but still going to see a few cramps here and there. So once they're able to get the injured Golden Bear off the field, it will be 3rd and 9 on the 13-yard line. Hillsdale up 21-14, and up to his feet goes Colton Miller. I believe he'll have to sit out a play. And that he will do, so they won't have their best receiver here for 3rd down. After Hillsdale was forced to a 3-and-out, can they force one on their opposition here deep in their own territory? Again, 3rd and 9 on the 13. Clock continues to roll now after the injury. We are under a minute left in the 3rd. Flags have killed Waynedale. Can't have any here. Here's a deep ball down the field. It's intercepted for the 2nd time today by Brock Bauer. Bauer's got some space. He's going to go to the end zone as well. Touchdown, Hillsdale.
Bowers with the interception and touchdown.
The 2nd pick six of the season for Hillsdale gives them a 2-point lead yet again. Just when you thought the Golden Bears could fight back and potentially tie this game, one throw of the ball, one interception by the defense flips the script right back to where it was at the end of the first half. There's another injury down that will delay this extra point. So for Brock Bauer, that is his 3rd interception on the season. Two of them today. And he's had a great stretch defensively. While he hasn't been able to get too many touchdowns as a receiver, he just got one there as a DB. And he also, on the defensive end, last week against Smithville, had a team-high 11 tackles. So he's been doing work on both sides of the ball. As it's a Golden Bear down on the play. And it looks like it's the QB, Raber. Raber is back up to his feet. He'll hobble over to the sideline. Still got an extra point to kick here before we take it to break. So the fourth extra point here. They'll go up by A.J. Brown to officially make this a 14-point game. Good snap, good hold by Bauer. And the extra point is through. 28 for Hillsdale, 14 for Waynedale. Another two-score game as we take another break here live and free on the OH Report.
Men have a way of doing things. A man has his way of eating, of exercising, of keeping his hands warm, and of straightening up. So, when a man faces a serious life problem like divorce, depression, or suicidal thoughts, shouldn't a man have a way to deal with that too? Well, now he does. I'm Dr. Rich Mahogany. Visit me at mantherapy.org.
So a pick six by Bauer takes us back to a 2-touchdown lead as Waynedale will return this kick by the Falcons. And they'll get stopped in their tracks right at the 26-yard line. Home and Kitchen Supply first down for the Golden Bears, who will look to build off of that last drive, try to get back in the right direction. They were forced to throw on a 3rd and long, and a wobbly pass left it right in the hands of Brock Bauer. So I guess the strategy in this set of downs is to not put yourself in that situation against a secondary that has really heated up since the beginning of the game. You were able to throw a couple past them early, but now settling in, the Falcons locking up defensively. There's a run for Yoder, as in at quarterback now is Maddox Kidd, the freshman. Another situation that we saw was Matthias Raber, who looked like he had cramped up a little bit after throwing that interception. He was down on the field, delayed the extra point a little bit as they tended to him. And he is off. And Kidd is on.
Officials timeout on the field.
And another player is down on the field. Injuries starting to rack up right now for Waynedale. And there goes Yoder. Tell you what, these 3 injuries have been to Waynedale's top 3 players. It started with Miller, Colton Miller, then Raber went down, and then Yoder. Fortunately for the Golden Bears, though, Raber is back in. He will take the snap in the shotgun. Lefty shifts to the left, takes a big hit, able to get it out for an incompletion. And my mistake, that was 2nd down, so this will be 3rd down. So another third down here, a little bit of a ways to get to the sticks. Third and 7 on the 28-yard line. 4 receivers. Man in motion. That is Dawson. Collapsing pocket, forcing a rollout to the left. Trying to buy some time for his receivers. Ball is thrown and almost picked off again.
Rivers' pass is incomplete.
But it is incomplete, and it'll be 4th down. That would have been Raber's 3rd interception of the night. First 2 were thrown to Brock Bauer, but that time it would have been Aiden Hoffman, the junior. That would have been his first interception of the year if he could have hauled that in. There was a flag on the field, and it is to the benefit of Waynedale. They'll get an automatic first down out of it, and they'll move all the way up to the 43-yard line.
Moves the ball out to 43. First and 10 for the Bears.
New set of downs as Waynedale looks to drive down the field. This will be an untimed down. Clock is at 0. Toss. It's a reverse play here in space. Colton Miller will get a few yards, and that will end the 3rd quarter. Hillsdale up 28-14 on Waynedale here at home on the OH Report.
Contractors and do-it-yourselfers, this is Jeff Flowers from Home and Kitchen Supply, here to remind you that we are your best source for kitchens, baths, windows, doors, floors, and more. Quality products, friendly service, great prices. You owe it to yourself to give us a try. You will be glad you did. That's Home and Kitchen Supply, 163 North Diamond Street, downtown Mansfield. We're building our future with you.
Second down and 7 here as we start the 4th quarter. 12 minutes to go. Here's the snap. It'll be a short pass play. It is complete to Isaiah Miller, who gets to the line of scrimmage. That's about it. So 3rd down and medium. One play into the 4th quarter. A lot of work here to do for the Golden Bears if they want to get back into this one. They were close to potentially tying it. They had a drive where they could have made it their way down the field and gotten close, but they threw a pick 6 to Brock Bowers. So the offense for Hillsdale hasn't seen the field in quite some time. It's been all Waynedale. But still no points on the board despite that. Raber drops back, throws, big hit as it's caught by Dawson. 4th down will be incoming. See what play Waynedale has drawn up here on 4th down and 3. Ball right at midfield. .13 seconds on the play clock as Raber makes his way back to the huddle to relay the play. The line to gain is the 47. And now a timeout called.
With that timeout,
Timeout by Coach Cantor will give himself a huddle for this team to give the whole team the play.
Kaylin Isom, Hayden Gerber, Maddie Heminger, Lexi Rep, Lily McCroy, Ella Davis, Kylie DeVault, Mac Richardson, Riley Wagner, Sarah Nevergall, Eva Flore. Very nice job as always, ladies. Appreciate it. Everything you do.
PA announcer just honored all the cheerleaders up front. So out of the timeout, here's 4th down and 3 on the 50. Line to gain is the 47 of Hillsdale. Shotgun, right hip, Yoder to the quarterback, Raber. Fake reverse, trying to get to the first down marker, he will. Nice drawn up play. They went to the reverse a little earlier in the game. And the success that last play had, the reverse, forced the defender to jump. Gave just enough space for Raber to earn the first down. Great decision there by Coach Cantor to go to that play. Clock rolls under 10 minutes. Raber. It is a quarterback keeper, and Hillsdale was all on it.
Raber on the key.
First player to touch him there for Hillsdale was Knox Lewis. Another sophomore for this team. 19 tackles this season and an interception. That will bring up 2nd and 13 on a loss.
Play, 2nd down and 13.
Just slowly progressing through this drive. We have not seen the Hillsdale offense in nearly 12 minutes of game time. Hit as he throws, pass is deflected, and it looked like it was almost intercepted off the tip. Just hits the ground before it reaches Holland Young. So 3rd down and 13. This exact yardage was where, this exact situation, 3rd and 13, was where Raber threw the pick 6 on the last drive. Got to be careful here. And again, getting late to getting to the huddle. 3 seconds on the play clock. Just get it off in time. 3rd and 13, thrown down the field, and it's dropped. Good coverage there by Hillsdale will force 4th down and 14.
Pass is intended for Dawson. Sloan on coverage. Here's a 4th down and 13 for the Bears.
A lot's got to go Waynedale's way here to convert this first down. Pocket just has not been able to stay clean as of late. Clock is stopped at 8:55. 4 receivers for Waynedale. 2 backs along with the quarterback, Raber. Flag is thrown. They're going to shoot for the first down marker, and it's close, but they got it. It is a first down, but hold everything. There was a flag. See what the call is. They call a false start on Waynedale, and that hurts. I think they're calling it a false start, but there were also 12 men on the field. You had 4 receivers and 3 in the backfield. Just didn't know what personnel they were in. And this will make it even tougher for Waynedale on a 4th down and 18 from the 47, their own 47.
With the penalty. Fourth down and 20.
Snap, looking down the field again, trying to get first down yardage. Ball's tipped up. Could have even potentially been a 3rd interception on the night for Bauer. Just a little out of his reach. Nonetheless, turnover on downs, and they'll take the ball in much better position than they would have if Bauer hauled that in. So they'll take it. 8:20 to go, 2-touchdown lead. After that play, you got to like Hillsdale's chances. They start this drive with the ball in enemy territory at the 47.
First and 10 for the Falcons.
And Kael Lewis, who hasn't had much going here in the last couple of drives, will try to turn things around here towards the end of the game, try to propel them into next week against Northwestern. They'll be right here at Hillsdale for that as well. Timeout called before the snap.
Waynedale will use a timeout here.
Signal by Waynedale, so Cantor calls the timeout. That's his 2nd of the night. Hillsdale still has all 3 of their timeouts. 1 to go for the opposition.
Unbelievable. Football helmet passed around tonight. For those in need down at the hurricane in the southern United States, we've raised $2,326 just tonight. That is an awesome job. Very proud of this community and the fans from Waynedale who all contributed tonight.
In case you didn't hear what the PA just said over the mic, there was a helmet passed around to both bleachers, both set of bleachers on each side. They were raising funds for Hurricane Helene relief. They just raised over $2,000 here at Hillsdale Community Stadium. Big ups to the fans, and that's not just Hillsdale fans. They passed the helmet over to Waynedale as well. So coming together, over $2,000 in hurricane relief donated tonight. Owen Sloan takes the handoff, shifts to the outside, is taken down from behind to the 45-yard line.
Sloan, the ball carrier.
Clock will continue to roll as there's a gain of 2.
Gerard with the tackle.
2nd down and 8 at the 45-yard line. Hillsdale just looks to continue to run this clock. They've had a solid game tonight. 2 passing touchdowns for Kael Lewis as he is in some trouble right here. Trying to find someone down the field, throws across his body. He has McFadden who just can't haul it in. Would have been a big play to send them to favorable range to try and score another one. McFadden bobbled it. It would have been close even if he did haul it in. Lewis with a good throw. McFadden just couldn't convert. He has 2 touchdowns today. But you know the competitor he is. He still really wanted to haul that in, obviously, and he's going to be frustrated with himself. Third down and 8 on the 45. 7:32 to go. Clock is stopped.
Hillsdale will use their first timeout of this half.
Trevor Klein calls a timeout for his team. First of the half. I was about to break down the scores, so we had 2 passing touchdowns, both to Hayden McFadden in this game for Hillsdale. Also, Owen Sloan ran one in from 8 yards. And a pick 6 from Brock Bauer. Brock Bauer, we made it a big point that he had not scored a touchdown since week 1. So it's definitely great to see from one of your top receivers, even though it wasn't on the offensive end, he's able to catch a ball and send it to the end zone. This is a team that loves to throw the ball. You've seen it tonight. And when all 3 receivers are clicking, this team is dangerous. And they really want to get those 3 receivers clicking, obviously for the playoffs, but also for Week 10, because that is going to be a WCAL title decider if they handle business in Weeks 8 through 9, assuming that they get this one done here. 7:32 on the clock as we're out of the timeout from Coach Klein. Motion, Haven with the toss. That's a big body trying to shove forward for the first down, and as long as he didn't jump out of bounds, he's going to have it.
Haven, the ball carrier.
Jake Haven with the toss. Haven able to stay in bounds, so the clock is rolling. And it is 4th down. Unfortunate spot. No, it is first down. They did call it a first down. It's 1st and 10 at the 45. They were late to getting to it with the stick markers. Here's Sloan up ahead past the 35.
Sloan, the ball carrier. Walter on the tackle.
Still plenty of time for this Falcon team to kill. See if they do it all in this drive. Play clock's at 20. See if they run this all the way down. Four rushers, as there have been all night, up front, and now they'll actually blitz 6. Throw down the field, miscommunication. Looking for Holland Young. Holland Young is a name we haven't mentioned in a while. He had 4 quick catches in the first quarter, and since then, haven't seen much from him. I think he might even have 5.
That will bring up a 3rd down and 7 for the Falcons.
As a miscommunication stops the clock, 3rd and 7. Sloan to the right hip of Lewis. Far side, Young is back over there by himself, one-on-one with the defender. This will be a give, though, to Owen Sloan. Sloan past the 30, spins off a tackler, and easily wins the first down. Sloan Concrete replay for Owen Sloan as he bulldozes past a couple defenders, ultimately taken down there by Colton Miller. Another give to Sloan. Sloan in space. Pass 1. Pass 2 and taken down close to the end zone.
First down, Falcons.
It'll be a first down and goal after that. So a couple of good runs from Owen Sloan, and we've got another player down for Waynedale.
Initial timeout on the field.
So as they take care of him, we're going to take one more break and be back live and free on the OH Report. got first and goal, ball at the 6 here as another injury timeout delayed us just a little bit. Second time we saw Matthias Barber go down. As here is Hillsdale trying to score a touchdown with Bauer. Just can't stay on his feet. That would have been his second touchdown of the game. And he would have had a defensive and offensive touchdown if he stayed up.
Ball is up to the 3. Second and goal for the Falcons.
Despite the slip, Bauer is able to gain 3. Here's second down and goal with under 5 minutes to go. A fake to Bauer. They're going to go inside, close to the end zone, but stop just short. The Sloan.
Sloan, the ball carrier.
Here comes third down.
Herman on the tackle.
See if Waynedale has one last stand within them.
Third and goal.
Third and goal at the 1. This will make it a 3-score game if the Falcons can hit pay dirt. Lewis with Sloan to the right. Motion. They're going to give it to Bauer, and rightfully so. He caps off what has been a fantastic night. 2 interceptions, 1 for a touchdown, and now a rushing touchdown for Brock Bauer. Score is now 34-14. Couple of fans now making their way out. That touchdown pretty much seals it. As here's the cherry on top, it hits the upright. And it's no good, so the score will stay 34-14. We're going to stay here with 4 minutes and 12 seconds to go. Let's look forward for both of these teams. First with Hillsdale, just scored the touchdown. They're going to improve to 7-0 on the year. They've got 2 more home games of the 3 that they play from weeks 8 through 10. They've got Northwestern here next week. Another good chance for them to jump themselves up to 8-0. And then a couple tests towards the end. You've got Rittman on the road. And then the big one, week 10. What could be a WCAL championship. Norwayne comes to town. Norwayne won big against Hillsdale last year, so they'll have that chip on their shoulder coming into the game. And they also know the magnitude of what that game is going to mean. Very good possibility that the Hillsdale Falcons could finish the season 10-0 for the first time in a long time. Here is Colton Miller with a kickoff return. Shoves off one tackler, and he'll be taken down out of bounds past the 30-yard line over on that far side. Home and Kitchen Supply first down as the ball is back with Waynedale. We'll see if they can add some points here before this game ends.
Penalty marker on the play.
There was a flag. That'll probably move them back a little bit. I guess the PA said there was a penalty marker. Flag, okay, flag is picked up. It'll stay there at the 31-yard line for first down and 10. 4:04 to go here for Waynedale to try and put one more up on the board. Throw down the field, past the first down marker. It's complete to Miller. One person you can't blame for this loss, Colton Miller. He's had some fantastic catches for the Golden Bears. And he gets a first down for them there as they're now at the 47-yard line, approaching enemy territory with 3:49 and counting left. Quick pass, complete, far side. This is Isaiah Miller. Clock will continue to roll as he's taken down. Second down and short will be the next play. So they go past the sticks for the first pass, and then they go quicker, and they're able to get some receivers open. Second down and 3 on the 46. Dropping back, Raber, collapsing pocket, able to evade one rusher. Good job by him. Running back to the ball is Isaiah Miller. Good sequence for the Golden Bears. It'll be a first down.
First down for Bears.
Good job by Raber in the pocket to get out. Just dodge the approaching rusher in Critchbaum.
Ball moves down to 39. First and 10.
Now we'll see first and 10 at the 39-yard line, 2.5 to go. Snap dropping back, Raber. Quickly collapsing pocket, and another near interception by this Hillsdale defense. That one just went through the hands of Holland Young.
Young back on coverage. Second down and 10.
Clock will stop after that play. Raber again able to throw the ball past the defensive end. It's complete, but for a loss.
Pass complete to 29. Miller. McFadden on the tackle.
After the loss of 4, it is third down and 14, under 2 minutes left. This one under control for the Falcons, just trying to stop the Golden Bears from getting a consolation score here at the end. Raber back to pass, plenty of space, and he finds him in. It is dropped, however, by Dawson. So that will make it fourth down with 1:32 left, and this is fourth and long. They will go for it. And what is likely, if not converted, going to be the last real play we see tonight. Because if Hillsdale takes it over on downs, they can knee this out. Here is fourth down and 14. A quick defensive rush gets to the quarterback, and that will do things here. As the sack gets home on Raber. The first man there was Brady Heller. So possession goes to the Falcons. Most fans will make their way out. We have a timeout by Waynedale that they're going to use here before first down even happens, and that pretty much even more secures that Hillsdale's just going to knee this out because now the Golden Bears are out of timeouts. Lewis out there to take a couple snaps. Hopefully this kneel goes better than the one to end the first half. He fumbled it. Waynedale wasn't ready for it So he was still able to recover the ball, but keep two hands on this and just end this. Clock is at 1:24 here on first down. Lewis made sure he made the catch, just paused for a little bit after securing it. Clock will drain down, and they'll have to kneel it one, maybe two more times. So Hillsdale will continue their unbeaten streak. They'll go 7-0 on the year. 4-0 in the WCAL, the always tough WCAL. You've seen it tonight. A good fight from this 1-5 Waynedale team, just not going to come out with the victory. They fall by 20 to this Hillsdale team that has high playoff aspirations. That knee is going to do it. 34-14 the final. The Hillsdale Falcons, both on the offensive end and the defensive end, scoring to give themselves the edge tonight against the Waynedale Golden Bears. We're going to take a break and come back with our MVP tonight, who did it on both ends, Brock Bauer, here live and free on the OH Report.
Contractors and do-it-yourselfers, this is Jeff Flowers from Home and Kitchen Supply, here to remind you that we are your best source for kitchens, baths, windows, doors, floors, and more. Quality products, friendly service, great prices. You owe it to yourself to give us a try. You will be glad you did. That's Home and Kitchen Supply, 163 North Diamond Street, downtown Mansfield. We're building our future with you.
We all need help sometimes dealing with everything life throws at us. As outdoorsmen, spending time in nature, hunting, fishing, and cooking with the buddies we love are great ways to reset and decompress. Man Therapy is a platform designed for men, by men, to help us sort through stress, anxiety, depression, or any other puzzles we're dealing with. Get a rundown of how you excel and where you can improve your mental health by taking Man Therapy's 20-point head inspection. It's free, it's anonymous, and it could be your first step towards becoming a happier, healthier man. Learn more at mantherapy.org.
Take a look at all the action from Friday Night Football right here in North Central Ohio with great analysis, highlights, coach interviews, and so much more every single Friday night right here on the OH Report.
Falcons. Let's go. Friday night lights. Get hype. It's Friday night. Friday night lights. Get hype. Here we go now. Friday night lights. Get hype. It's Friday night. Friday night lights. Get hype. Here we go now.
Happy Halloween!
Time now for your most valuable player, brought to you by Simonson Construction Services. We've got Brock Bauer with us here upstairs. Congratulations on the win, and I know you've been dying to get back into the end zone since week one. So just tell me how that feels. Get it defensively and then offensively.
Yeah, I mean, it feels great. You know, defensive pick six, momentum boost. Props to my defensive line, putting pressure on him, making him throw a pass he probably regrets. Offensively, O-line does a great job every week. I know that was one of the things going into the season, if we were going to be able to run the ball, and I think we have so far.
Yeah, talk about this Waynedale team. They gave you a fight there in the first half, but you were able to kind of figure things out there in the second. How'd you feel about their competitiveness?
They're a pretty solid football team. You know, they're big up front. They got some big dudes. Going into the game, you can't look at the record. It's WCAL. It's going to be a tough game. They played really well. I know it was close at halftime. I think only 2 scores. They put up a fight. It was good.
All right, and then just now talk about moving forward, because you've got some tough competition. You got Northwestern next week. You just talked about it. WCAL can't really sleep on anybody. These last 3 weeks are going to be gauntlets, especially having that undefeated record. You've got a target on your back. How does that feel?
I mean, the target keeps growing. Every week we got to look forward to hopefully getting a win on Friday night, and it's WCAL, as I said. So it gets tougher as you go on. You got Northwestern, Norway in week 10, and Rittman week 9. It's going to be tough. All
right, Brock, so now you can look into the camera, give a couple shout-outs to anybody watching on the OH Report.
Shout out to my family. Love them. Shout out to my teammates. I mean, they're always there for me. We're one when we're on the football field.
All right, thanks so much, Brock. Congrats.
Thank you.
Go celebrate. Back for our Brew'd Coffee and Donut Shop post-game show. Jonathan Langdon with you to recap what was a spectacular game tonight to send Hillsdale into up to 7-0 on the year, 4-0 in the WCAL. A 20-point win for the Hillsdale Falcons, and they'll be right back here next week. Try and do it again to send themselves to 8-0. The target, as I talked about with our MVP, Brock Bauer, the target just continues to grow on the back of this Hillsdale team that is making history every single win, one win at a time. And just a fantastic game against Waynedale tonight, a team that gave them a little bit of a push there in the first half. It was just a one-score game at the break. But then Hillsdale responded nicely. Even without their offense really touching the field, they were able to get that pick six that really put the game out of reach. They tacked on one more touchdown after that with Bauer. So Bauer, our MVP, 2 interceptions, a pick six, and a rushing touchdown that sealed the deal at the very end. So congratulations to this Hillsdale team that is now 7-0 on the year. Let's go ahead and look at both of these teams and where they'll be next. Waynedale, they'll play Chippewa next week at home, so they go back to Apple Creek. And then you also got Hillsdale. We talked about it with Brock. They're going to be right back here next week against Northwestern. Then they got Rittman on the road next week. And then the big one, and yeah, I mean it, big one, against Norwayne in Week 10. So let's go ahead and take a look around the OH report before we sign off here tonight. Ontario up over Pleasant 35-13. I can't see if these are finals or not, but these are the scores that we have last reported. Amanda Clear Creek 24, Lucas 6, Colonel Crawford 21, Seneca East 20. Big game if that was the final result. Big Walnut 31, Worthington Kilbourne 0, Northmore 42, East Knox 0. Northmore running away with KMAC. And then our game 34-14, Hillsdale, and then Ontario. I said that first, but the latest update is 35-13 there. So that's all of our scores. Make sure to stay with us tonight on Friday Night Pigskin. We'll break all of the games down and kind of talk about standings as well, along with Joe Idol tournament stuff, because it's that time of year as well. Time to get excited about the state playoffs. Want to sign off here from Hillsdale Community Stadium. My name is Jonathan Langdon, camera operator tonight, Jacob Gessner, and our sponsors bringing us here tonight. Scrolling on your screen one more time. Thank you for being with us. We'll see you tonight on Friday Night Pigskin, or if not, we'll see you next week for Week 8 of football action here on the OH Report.